Hey you guys, and welcome to my channel. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Janae, and as you can see by this title in this video, I will be doing pretty much answering questions as far as traveling outside of the country. I am not a professional at this, so those of you that are professionals, this video obviously is not for you, but I would like you guys to watch it and just let me know things that I missed. I am just telling you guys my experience from traveling to the Dominican Republic during this pandemic. And then, like, just a heads up, I am outside. Y'all heard them birds chirping? They talking too much. But anyways, I will be also referring to my notebook as well as my phone in regards to other questions that did come about. So yeah, let's get right into it. So first, I would like to say that I may not necessarily know everything about traveling outside of the country. So if I missed something, feel free to comment below, correct me if I'm wrong. But like I said, this is my experience traveling to the DR, and your experience could have been possibly different than mine. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so the first thing I would like to mention is when I did travel to the DR, I traveled March 25th to April 1st. As far as the weather, it was actually really nice. It did rain a few times out there, but it literally rained for 2 minutes, y'all. 2 minutes, and then everything cleared up. So that was a good thing. I mainly literally wore my bathing suit, shorts, dresses, very nice, beautiful weather. As far as the COVID testing, we did not require, I need to stop saying but we did not require to test we did not require to test leaving, but we did require to test coming back. And so I don't know if you guys looked at CDC, but it does say 72 hours you need to test before you arrive back into the US. But with them, it was 48 hours. So I feel like 48 hours was a little bit more accurate, and you were supposed to get your test results within that same day at nighttime or the next day. So you had a little bit more time, you know, to get your test results back. I'm going to talk about that just a little bit. My aunt did test the same time as me and my mother, mentioned in my video, but her test did not come back the same time as ours. They actually messed up her email or whatever the case may be, and it was like a whole big deal about getting her test results back. They did mention that it came back negative, but we needed documentation in order for us to fly back home. That's another thing. I may be everywhere, so bear with me. In order to check back in your flight to go home, you have to upload your verification form about you being COVID negative. If you do not upload that form, you will not be able to check in. Okay. The COVID test was not self-administered. There was a nurse on, a nurse there that administered the test for us. And yes, before the flight, of course, when flying, you guys, you need your ID, but with flying outside the country, you need a passport. I hope everyone knows that you need a passport. And also, before our flight, we had to fill out this thing called fill out a form to get an e-ticket, and that has to do with like making sure that you are a U.S. citizen. It lets the people, whomever, know that you are traveling to this place, staying at this resort, and pretty much your information. So we have to fill that out. You need that in order to fly. So once you log onto the website, I suggest you do it on your phone or print it if you do it at home. Save that number, because when you go to depart or whatever, you need to show that e-ticket as well as your passport. So you need the two. It will hold you up, because it held us up. And you need to fill it out per person. Okay, it is not a whole group you have to fill out per person, because they did not take us filling it out for everyone, which was dumb. You ask who we're flying with or who we're traveling with, but you can't use the e-ticket for everybody. Okay, so when we got to the DR, you guys, we had to go through customs. I'm not sure if I mentioned that correctly, but it's basically where they stamp your passport. You are not allowed phones or cameras. You cannot be on your phone or take pictures, of course. They will take your things. I'm not sure why, but they will take your stuff. Okay, but it's another whole process you go through. You show your passport, they stamp it, and you go to the next security check. Okay, we went through probably 3 to 4 security checks before we could actually get our bag and go to the resort. So that was a little annoying, but there's a lot of security checks. And then as far as the flight and stuff, are the resort, we booked through Costco for Breathless Resort. I don't even know if I mentioned that in the beginning, but yes, we stayed at Breathless. It was an all-inclusive resort for ages 18 and up, so you know, it was a little crazy. So that's where we booked it through Costco. When you go through all the custom and stuff before you can go to the resort, someone has to drive you, of course, because the resort was 45 minutes away from the airport. And so through Costco, they also have like drivers, so you have to like find them within the airport, but they're all in one area. You can pay to have people drive you to your resort if you did not go through things like Costco or whatever. But yeah, it's a little bit tragic, y'all. It was a lot going on in that airport. That's that. Once we got to the resort, we had to check in, which I don't know why it took a minute, but they bought us drinks, so I was happy. We had to check in and pretty much get the room key or whatever, and then fill out other documentations about COVID. And that was a check-in process. Once we were in our room or whatever, we were supposed to be assigned, or technically not supposed to be assigned. You're always assigned a concierge. I'm probably saying that wrong, but pretty much someone to help you throughout the trip. That lady was MIA, didn't exist, missing. She probably messaged us like one time, but she's pretty much kind of like responsible for making sure you have everything that you need. She'll help you make reservations. So we had to do a lot of things on our own. So my experience was just a little bit like annoying, not gonna hold you, annoying as heck. Okay, so within the resort, you guys, like I said, it's all inclusive, meaning you get drinks, you get the food, everything's included. You don't have to pay for anything, literally. You only pay for souvenirs, which was a very great thing. You only pay for souvenirs. What else do you pay for? Excursions. So we'll get into that too. Okay, I am back. So first I'm going to talk about the restaurants. So within the resort, there are, I can't even count, but probably like 8 different restaurants. During the time that we went, you guys, it was only probably like 5 restaurants closed, if not 4. I mean, 5 restaurants open, if not 4 restaurants open. Okay, in my blog, you see me complaining about the food. You guys, the food was disgusting. Yes, somebody did comment that they went to the resort. It was edible. It was edible. It was just not edible enough for me. Okay, I can't even explain to you why I didn't like the food, outside of it not being just like, I guess you could say, seasoned. Okay, they give you like small portions of the food. I didn't complain because I rarely eat that much unless it's like Mexican food. But they gave you really small portions. They was on portion control throughout the whole trip. And I don't know, like the options, they made it sound like it was good, but when it came out, you know how you go to nice restaurants and they be like, it's like a high-end restaurant and they make it sound really good. They bring out the food and it's like small like that. Yeah. Anyway, so the food was mediocre. There was a restaurant next door to us that we were not aware of, y'all, until like the 5th day. Like our concierge was really MIA that whole time. Nevertheless, there was Onyx next door. That's another resort, and that is kid friendly. So when we asked about the restaurant, they made, I mean, that resort, they made it seem like it was like a whole 15-minute walk. They told us not to even go there at nighttime, when literally it was right behind the hotel, or our resort. So it was like very confusing. They done? Okay, yeah, very confusing. Nevertheless, we did go to a Mexican restaurant at Onyx, which was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know the names of the restaurants, but honestly, if you look up the website, it will let you know. So we did go to that restaurant, which was pretty good, but it just wasn't like, it wasn't fulfilling. That whole trip, when I say I was on a 7-day diet unwillingly, I was on a diet, you guys. It just makes me so sad to think about it, because the place was so beautiful, but the food was disgusting. We did go to another restaurant called The Strip. So that one was open for breakfast and lunch, and it was like buffet style. I think I showed a snippet in my in my DR vlog. So if you have not seen that vlog, you guys go back and watch that vlog and then come back and see what I'm talking about. So that was okay. Okay, so I don't know where I left off, but I'm just going to talk about the excursion. So I have this pamphlet, you guys. I was trying to find the excursions part on the Breathless website, but I just couldn't find it. But when you get to the resort, they give you this. That's what it looks like. Okay, and then if you open it, it has a bunch of things you can do. Just to go over a few. Oh, it's allergy season. I'm gonna start sneezing. They have like a lot of boat excursions if you like to be in boats. A reef explorer, zip lining, dolphin swim. They have this little outback experience where you tour around, you know, see a lot of trees and all that good stuff. Let me see. Wild tiger buggies. That looks like a little dirty, so if you like to get down and dirty, that's for you. Escape park. Another explorer, like a tour type of thing. And monkey land, that's where I wanted to go, but when we went to the beach, you guys, there was monkeys there, so that's where I got my pictures at. Happy hour on the water. They have an ocean spa and then the fishing at Cap something, and then another place where you can go and visit like the history and stuff of the area. Nevertheless, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 20 things that you can do. Sorry you guys can't see it. I can probably try to take pictures of it and upload it. I'm going to try that and see if it works. So that's that. As far as, somebody asked me about the beach. So at the resort, yes, there is a beach. The beach is like right behind the rooms or whatever. There are a lot of people out there selling things that you know, they are real hustlers out there, so they like to sell a lot of stuff. And at the beach, that is an area that they come up to you and ask you if you want to buy stuff literally 60 times, and you'll just be like, okay, no. Nevertheless, the beach is actually really beautiful, you guys. The water was amazing. It was not cold at all. It was just very nice. And then as far as like the parties and stuff, so they have like the beach parties. There was an all-white party once again that we weren't aware of. If you look at the vlog again, you will see that we weren't aware of it. And then there's always music playing when you're at the pool. There were two pools. One had music, one didn't. So like one that was like a little hype, the other one more relaxing. And then at nighttime, around like 11 to 1, there was like a party that was a nightlife. The club was closed. If you go on the website, they have clubs. They were all closed. And I think that is it. But there was a DJ, like I said, during the day and one during the night. At the end of the day, it was like very chill, nothing too crazy. You could, you could play your own music, which is what we did, but you had to keep the music down to where only the people in your party could see it, because if not, then you had to play something that everyone wanted to hear. There was an incident at the beach, and when one of the bartender people walked up to us and was just like, you know, you guys can play your music, but just either play it to where everyone wants to listen to that music that we listen to, or just turn it down a bit. So that was that. Outside of the food, Breathless Resort is actually a really nice resort. It is very relaxing and it's just really beautiful out there. However, the food just needed to be 1,000 times better, especially staying there for 7 days. 7 days was way too long to be there and having the food taste like that. So of course my mother left a long descriptive review. And yeah, will I go back there? Probably not. I do plan on going to Jamaica next, but I think they were saying with Jamaica you have to have a COVID test going and coming. So I'm going to look into that. On the way back home, we once again had to go through customs. We had to do about 2 to 3 security checks, and yeah, so it's simple, kind of like coming. When we first got out there, it's kind of like the same process. So that's that. So if I missed anything in this vlog, you guys, or this video, just let me know. You can also comment below any questions, comments, suggestions, concerns, whatever I missed. If you are someone that travels outside of the country all the time, if I missed anything, you can also let me know below. And thank you guys for watching. See you next time.